Welcome, Capricorn, to your beginning of the month reading for March 1st. We're going to go about the 15th. Okay, let's see what's going on. Remember, time is fluid. Okay, so, and if people fly up into the reading, remember, it can be vice versa, right? It might be you, it could be them, so put it where it needs to be. And remember, whatever doesn't resonate, go ahead and throw that away. It's meant for someone, not for you. And take what resonates. And if you're having a hard time resonating with the story, you can always watch your rising moon or Venus. Okay, let's see what's going on. Best message coming out. Yes, I'm liking that. Having the progress. This is the card of initiation. I've seen this card a lot, but I think it's also because of that new moon that we just had. And because of that 7 planetary alignment that we just went through. So a lot of people are getting this card. So it's not that unrare over here. Okay. Just want you guys to see that card. We don't use these cards very often. But yeah, I've been seeing that one a lot. There's a lot going on this month, at the end of the month and the beginning of, the month versus, everything that's going to go on during the mid-month. So, yeah, got a lot of going on here. So let's see. We got the weather and storms. Let it change you. Embrace the unexpected coming through. So it could feel like there was some kind of stormy weather that you're going through over here. But it looks like it's the end of the storm and you are now ready to embrace the change. After the storm comes that silver lining, guys. So this is saying the unexpected is coming. You've been initiated into this place, guys, into this place of where things are sacred, things are working out for you. So it's time to have a lot of gratitude for what you've gone through and what you are getting ready to go through. You're having a huge cycle change over here. Many people are, though, like I said, it has everything to do with the planetary alignments and, all these things that are going on in the universe here. Find your center, stay true to yourself, and call it to you. Yeah, it looks like you've gone through quite the maze over here. And now you're finally finding your way out of the maze. This portal is opening for you. You're really ready to jump right through to this next cycle. I feel for a lot of you really gone through it. It's just the ongoing maze. It's not even the labyrinth card. I mean, literally, this is just the maze of just round and round and round. And just like no point of no return. It makes me feel like the 10 of Wands. I just keep going with no end in sight, right? And finally, there it is, my ending. The cave, retreat, time out, self-care, slow down. So now it's time for you to actually slow down, retreat. That's where you're going to call it back to yourself, call it to you through the cave. So now it's time to just be true to yourself, take a little self-care. You've gone through it. It's time for a total change over here. My goodness, guys. Yeah, it says that there was a lot of volcanoes and a lot of eruptions going on. A lot of stagnant energy. Could be even a lot of volatile relationships going on around you, but it just looks like it's all slowing down. It's all coming to an end here as you're climbing this mountain. Look at this, 2 mountain cards. this is where you're coming from, and this is, it's finally becoming peaceful. Whether this relationship is ended or you've found the peace, to the situation, however it is, you're finally finding the place to, have your patience, grow your foundations, feeling like the end is over. Okay, let's get some tarot cards over here. Having some setbacks. It's kind of crazy because it feels like you've had setbacks, but because you've been in this maze, it just feels like no matter what the setbacks are, I just keep going and going. Okay, so it says now is time for courage. You're going to have this subtle power coming through you with this inner strength. A different kind of focus is coming in. There might even be a different kind of influence coming into your life, or you feel influenced by something around you. It could just be your inner strength saying no more of this roundy round. Yeah. Wow, you definitely could have a fire sign around you who's, you're overcoming the challenges with this person, or you have seen the bigger picture to the situation. It does look like you're a lot more focused no matter what the situation is. I mean, you have focus upon focus. I just feel like this focus on this gratitude and feeling grateful for, getting through this. It's almost like you see the light at the end of the tunnel here, one way or another. I think as you're getting the bigger picture, you're seeing everything starting to come together. If you haven't seen it yet, you will definitely see that really quick, because it's going to be something fast. It's going to be something furious. On the stay true to yourself, this is about owning up to what it is that you know is truly yours. Nurturing yourself. Calling in that abundance to yourself, saying this is the end and I know it. You just see this turnaround. There's this huge turnaround, and I just feel like your mindset is going to be changing as well. And like I said, it could be through this Sagittarius, a Leo, maybe a Libra, a Taurus, but I see a lot of fire over here. But I also feel like it's the fire within yourself that's really like, I've had enough. It's going to work this way. And it's kind of crazy because you're initiating this to yourself and making that progress happen. Whether you notice it or not, I'm telling you. And that fire I just feel like it's the fire inside. There's this impulsiveness that's coming through. And it's kind of like you're going to take this time out. It's time to have this self-care, to slow down so that you can get inspired by your ideas and finding new discoveries. You're going to find that you're a little more of a free spirit and becoming a little more excited about where you're going, where you're traveling to. Like I said, for some of you, you might have this person in your life that is helping you along the way to do so. But you are definitely seeing the limitless potentials. This is a card of limitless potentials, and she has limitless potentials as well over her head with the infinity sign, which is literally saying, I can do whatever I want. I just need to figure out how to get out of this maze, in which I just find that the more that you're impulsively going after this, you're going to overcome this challenge. But like I said, it's a subtle strength and power within yourself. But I do see this influence around you. So for those of you who know you have this influence around you, right? It could even be just your children, right? I'm doing it for the kids. I'm like done, right? I mean, it could even be just something like that. Your intuition is highly open right now, but you're having this knowledge and all these downloads coming towards you, which is putting you on a different path of priorities. Your priorities are changing. It's like, I was stuck here. I thought this was my priorities, but now I'm realizing this isn't getting me anywhere, so I'm going to dive deeper into this situation. Becoming more generous too with who you're giving your attention to or what you're giving your attention to. I feel like you're pulling away from, one energy and giving to the other energy, whether it's work, a person, yourself, however it is, you're pulling away from one and balancing out the situation. So you're definitely on this road over here to experiencing something that's way different from what was going on in February. February just feels like it's the rowdy run, and it could have been just that way the whole new year. Could have even been before that, trying to find that way out. But now it's like I'm taking the reins and I'm going this way. Something is going to grab your attention over here that makes you realize, you know what, if I just turn this way or do something different, I'm going to have a different outcome. Because I do feel like it could be building a trench as well, trying to do the same thing, looking for different results, or thinking you're making this small adjustment, but the adjustment was never small enough, so it just led to the same experience over and over, and it just feels like you're literally just going in. You see what I'm saying? It's just getting wider and wider and wider, but it's going nowhere. And then finally, boom, you're out. You made it. You made it. You made it to the light, right? And there you are. So something definitely is different is coming. So that is, that's absolutely beautiful. Let's grab some cards over here. I do see you becoming wealthier, healthier, more generous, more loving, more nurturing, even to yourself at this time, where maybe you weren't giving yourself enough credit, and now you're like, you know what? No, I can do that. Or no, it doesn't have to be that way. Something like this is happening for sure. Yeah, you've sacrificed enough and your sacrifices are paying off now. So whatever you felt like you were sacrificing is now over. The deception and the envy is gone. Anything that was making you feel like you were, in some kind of self-sabotage, or somebody was deceiving you, or whatever the situation was that was making you feel like, you know what, they're wearing a false mask, or this is deception, this is an illusion, this is not going to happen the way I thought it was, is now ending. Yeah. Where you felt like you weren't moving on. It's kind of crazy because I do like the moving on in reverse on this one, because this one is saying that I wasn't moving on from where I was before, but I'm moving on, but where I'm moving on is different from where I thought I was moving last time. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, because you're taking your authority back. So I think that, within this area here, it's saying this is where I was pushing to go, but it wasn't working. And I was moving on, but now I'm going to pull myself back and I'm going to take a different direction. So I am moving on. I'm just not moving on in the same direction I was before, because I have the understanding and the knowing that that was going nowhere. That just kept me struggling in silence when all I wanted to do was get to that, dawning of a new day over there. I wanted to get off this rock. I wanted to get out of this maze, but it was getting me nowhere. So you're going to have a lot of self-reflection coming in, to really pull the ties over here to that, and really feeling the hope and the calmness over here. It's going to start a new, it feels like you're just starting a new journey, a new cycle. Something that, it's different from what you thought you were going for, but it's better because it's actually going to get you moving. It's actually going to get you going, and you're actually going to feel excited about it with the Page of Wands. You're saying, I'm excited about this. This is the journey that I need. This is where I need to be. Right? This is bringing in my hopes, it's bringing my calmness, my hopes. I feel more free-spirited. I feel like I'm actually on, the road to somewhere besides this, roundy round. And it's not bringing up hopes, fears, it's not bringing up fears and doubts anymore. But, it's kind of funny because I think that the hopes that you did have before may have turned into fears, because it just wasn't going anywhere. It's like I keep praying that this is going to happen, and I'm putting all this faith and all this hope into it, and then it goes nowhere. So there could have been hopes with fear, because then you start fearing, because you're like, how come it didn't change? How come it didn't do anything? So now in this hangman mode, You know, it's like I've sacrificed all of this. You know, where's the blessing? Where is it? Well, you have to change your footing. So in the hangman mode is where the bigger picture is coming in. What you realized was that was the road to nowhere. I need to do something else, and that's where the accomplishment comes in. I like that, though, because that's just saying the readjustments that I was having was not what I thought was going to happen. So now it says the road is clear. You know what to do. There it is, that knowing, that crown chakra coming in. Walk it your way. That's the readjustment. That's the initiation. You know what it's doing, and this is going to be the cycle breaker. That's it. That's it, guys. Through this experience, you have known this path too long. You know where that path leads. So through your intuition, you will now initiate a new path, a new cycle, because now you're going to figure it out. You're going to say, okay, that's it. I've been on this road too long. I've become wise to this situation. It's not going to freaking change. So if it's not going to change, then I need to do something bigger to change. I need to get in there and really look at it and focus on it and make it change. Plant new seeds. Trust in myself that this new place that I'm going to move is going to bring me in this dawning of a new day. And it does. As long as you initiate that new path. And you know what it is, because I believe a lot of you already know what it is. It might be a little scary. It might be something big. It might be something that leaves you into a place of the unknowing. Just because you know something doesn't mean that you're not leading yourself into the unknowing, right? Meaning, I know that this is going to work, but I'm just not sure, right? Because I'm putting myself comfort zone. That's it. Moving yourself out of a comfort zone. And we see that because when she gets up off this rock, she's going to walk into that sun, but she does not 100% know how the outcome's going to be. She just knows it's going to be different. And it's going to be uncomfortable because she's been sitting on that rock for a long time. She looks pretty comfortable, but not happy. There's a difference. I can sit in this bed forever and not freaking move and be comfortable, but yet still be crying on the inside saying, I want something to change, right? But yet I think I'm going to do this. Oh, she's going to switch hands with that wand, and that's not going to do a whole lot now, is it? Because all that's going to do is just dig another trench. It did nothing. That's pretty much what that means. No, she's going to actually get off that rock. And you're going to get off that rock, and that's going to be the cycle breaker. But I do feel like there could be a little anxiety for some of you. Okay? But excitement as well. Because you're going to notice this turnaround really quickly. This is not something that's going to happen like, 3 months later. No, this is something that actually happens pretty quick. How do we know? Well, we look at the bottom of the deck. Right? What did I say? Because you moved out of here and you're going straight to a place of peace. Wow. I mean, it could be a job that you feel like you're giving too much to and they're not giving enough. If I change this job, I'm going to make more money. I'm going to be, in a better place, but I might be a little worried because maybe I've worked here 10 years. Maybe I've never had another job or something, right? But you're going to find everything's going to work in your favor. 111. Use your intuition. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement. Ooh. Self-realization, taking action, unconditional love. Time to implement long-cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. There it is. But that feels like that's the whole reading, though. You know you need to do something. You know it needs to be bigger than what it is. because the old processes are not working. Okay. Very good reading, guys. Very, very reading. And we'll get an angel card for that as well. Yeah, this is a time of great change. It's time to initiate those thought patterns that you've been holding on to. I feel like your intuition's been telling you to do this for a while. You've just been holding back. Maybe trying to figure out how to do it. That could also be a possibility. Sometimes we have thoughts, but it's kind of like, then how do I do so? Jump at it. You have all the impulsive cards over here. Yep, it's time to choose a new direction. This new direction is going to what? Bring in the opportunities that you're looking for. Wow. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. And if you guys like this, hit that big old like button. And if you know that this could resonate with another friend, go ahead and share this video. And please write down your comments. I love listening to what you have to say. And I always read everyone's comments. And I always either put a heart on it or I answer back one way or another. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.